We'll
Okay.
chime in eventually. So
Okay.
what's going on, everybody? It's the boy Prim back with another Prim show. And as you see, I have a great guest that I've been following on Instagram for a while, and she's back. I'm gonna call
Hey.
you Saunders or
You can
homegirl.
horror homegirl Felicia, aka the horror homegirl. Felicia's fine.
Alicia,
Horror
aka,
homegirl.
okay, okay,
Whatever you want to call me.
aka her homegirl. Okay. And we
Whatever.
are here to discuss everything and anything that's related to the horror genre, from movies to directors to what we hearing on the street to our reviews and to our thoughts on certain topics dealing with horror. So you're on the West Coast, basically, right?
I am. So it's 1 o'clock here. So I know it's a little bit later for you.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, we're 3 hours
Okay.
behind. Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of Halloween stuff, like going to haunted houses and stuff like that. Now, do you have anything in your area that you ever been to, like horror
Well, we
stuff like
do
that?
have like I'm gonna be yeah, we do. We have it's this it's called the let me make sure I say it right because I'm not sure if it's even open this year. It may be. I'm in Las Vegas, by the way, for people that are watching. We have this Fright Dome, and it
Mhm.
has in the past. Now I don't know about this year because I know it was closed last year, but it's 4 different types of haunted house experiences that you can go to. I've never been. The reason why nobody likes horror. Like when one of my friends like horror, and I'm kind of ticking to go by myself. You know what I'm saying? I need to, but I'm kind of ticking. And they do have other like haunted houses. I know they had a haunted hayride here a couple years back, but you know
Really?
with
Want the hate
COVID
rise?
things,
Okay.
I think it was like it was far out. It was kind of like a I think it was a hayride slash maze,
Hey,
and it
What's
was
going
awesome.
on?
Hey, oh
hey,
hi,
Hmm.
hi,
how's it
So we
going?
nice to meet
definitely
you.
piling up in here. It's gonna be
Oh
nice.
yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
Night Watch. I'm gonna do that piece you asked me to do after this live stream. I'm gonna try to send it to you.
Okay,
So I didn't forget about that.
okay.
But since
Hey,
we're here, we're gonna start off
Okay,
and we'll keep this moving real nice and smooth as I do.
okay,
So we're gonna start with this one right here.
okay,
Let's get right into it.
okay.
What do you think about this?
Fear Street director wants to create MCU of horror. That would be that. Okay. I don't. Night, you take it. I'm processing
I'm
because
as usual. Everybody wants to have an MCU and an
mhm,
expanded universe and this and that, and I'm always thinking, do we really need it? You know, can
yeah,
it really be supported? Um,
right.
do you have enough story? Do you have enough depth? So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know
And,
at the end of the day, it's a money thing, because you think, hey, this could really rake in the dough, but
mhm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of agree with you. I worry about the quality, the story. Then like what kind of I mean, we have iconic horror characters, and we tried the whole the Freddy versus Jason, which I actually loved. That's like I love that film, and we had the Alien versus Predator, and that was okay. But I mean, how would what would it look like,
Hmm.
and what kind of like what is she talk like what is she talking about? Is it like okay, well Michael Myers and Jason are going to team up to fight whatever. I mean, it's kind of I don't know. And like you said, it does come across as like a money grab. I just kind of wish we would I like what we have, but I wish we would create more iconic characters that we could root for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Ghostface and Jason and everything else and the classic horror Dracula werewolf and all that, but
Yeah.
we need some
Yep.
more people. We need some more like horror. We need some new horror in the
Right.
mix as well. Mhm.
And you know what? I think the ingredient that a lot of people are missing here, that Kevin Feige, the guy that created and put this together, Marvel MCU.
Mhm.
He lives Marvel stuff. He involved in the comic book. He takes his time. He gives
Right.
the characters space, but long as they're on this same path. So it's like, okay, Night Watch, you got the Hawk. Let me see what you got.
Mm-hmm.
To the big writer's room, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Then we give you a date when it comes out, and you pick the character, well, not character, the actors you want in it.
Right.
So, but what they do is camouflage it.
Yeah.
And what I mean by camouflage, like I think Winter Soldier was espionage. The no superhero movie might be more horror, Ant-Man more comedy and heist.
Mhm.
So they
Mhm.
put that in there. So that's the thing that makes it work.
Right.
But in order to that even work, like you said, Felicia, they have to take it seriously. I know it's about money because there's millions involved. So they need to get that bread back. But
Yeah, that's right.
you know, if you don't have somebody that's really dedicated and understand the source material and put it out, then you're just wasting your time. I'm not sure what she was thinking about. She did well
Mhm.
with the Fear Street trilogy that's
Mhm.
released on Netflix, which I enjoyed all of them. I think
Mhm.
the last one was really good to me, but
Right.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, she could prove us all wrong and just say it just
Right.
blow us out of the water, you know. And I just wanted to say one thing about the MCU. What made it different to me from DC was the fact that they took their time. Like, honestly, I knew about Iron Man, but I wasn't checking for Iron Man, to be honest with you. And that's when that movie came out, it was just like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of and Robert Downey Jr. was perfect as Tony Stark.
Yes.
So you really have to think about the casting, where you want to go, and they really took their time. And that was the thing I think that was missing with DC. Like, some of their movies are great, but then you have the other ones that are not so great. I can't really think of, besides the two Thor movies. Well, actually, the second one, Dark World, that was kind of like, you know. But for the most part, all of those movies are great, and I think he really, and you're right, he really took his time and he cultivated and thought about 10 years from now, where do I want to go? And now we're in a new phase, so we'll see what happens.
Take them 10 years to introduce Thanos, so you're doing something.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, they really did. They took their sweet time.
So here's a nice thing for you, and I just think this is like it's crazy. Let's talk about this, right?
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't like. I've heard about this, but I honestly don't know too much about it. So you guys kind of fill me in, and then I can kind of elaborate a little bit.
Okay, Night Watch, I'll let you take that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what happened was that the rights were being fought over between Victor Miller, who wrote the screenplay for Friday the 13th, the original.
Okay.
And then you have Sean Cunningham, who basically orchestrated everything. He was the idea man. He was the original director. He was the financial guy, and he's part of Horror Inc. And Victor Miller and him fought over this. This has been like a years-long battle. Okay. That's why we haven't seen a Friday the 13th movie in like 13 years.
Yeah.
And so Victor Miller is basically saying that he should own the rights to Friday the 13th, the original. And he basically won the court case.
Okay.
But it's weird because he owns the rights to Friday the 13th, Pamela Voorhees, everything that was in the first movie, Pamela Voorhees, I believe Camp Crystal Lake, and so forth and so forth. Right. Now Sean Cunningham owns the rights to the hockey mask Jason, everything that happened after, the adult Jason, basically.
Right.
You know, so I don't know. We're still kind of in a holding pattern, but at least one of them won. So hopefully they can work together and make some money together and get a Friday the 13th movie made. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping as a fan.
Look at my man up there in court looking crazy. He got both parents fighting over.
I tell you, it's crazy.
I guess and you know what, I I heard that he had won, and I was reading some of the comments about it, and people were like, "Yes, thank you, finally he won as a screenwriter." But I guess my question is, and I'm not, I don't, I'm glad, I don't feel any kind of way about that, but I'm happy he did. But I guess my question is, what's going to happen next? Like, is it going to be the story of how he became Jason, or is it going to be the mom and him as a kid? It would be very interesting to see where that franchise goes, because they could possibly do an origin story, kind of, as when he's a little kid. Maybe, I don't know. It might be very interesting to see that. I'm not opposed to that. So yeah.
So the next thing we have to talk about here. Okay, we got no George popping in there.
Hey,
hi.
Hey.
Yes, how you doing?
All right, how are you guys doing? Nice to see your faces.
Nice to see you.
So this one right here,
Mhm.
I'm going to look at the picture and then we can discuss it, because I'm not feeling
Yeah,
it.
there it is. There it is.
What is that?
That's called Sherry Moon Zombie. That's what it's called.
Oh God, I forgot it was Rob Zombie doing that. Why would they just let him remake Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That's all he's capable of doing.
Right? That's what I was. Oh my God! I can't believe you said that. That's what I said.
Yeah, I liked House of a Thousand Corpses. The one time he did something different that worked was that what was it? The one about the witches in Salem. What was that called?
Lords of Salem.
No, Lords of Salem. Yeah, that one came out nice too. I can't get into Devil's Rejects. I just don't. They're not interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a big Rob Zombie fan, anyways.
Me
I didn't like when he did the Michael Myers Halloween.
Oh God!
Don't you
get
me started, man. I just
that's not Halloween.
Thing.
In part 2 with the damn white horse, or was it a unicorn? I don't know.
Let me bring that back up. Let's talk about this.
Okay. All right. First of all, The Munsters are a classic TV show. I watched that as a kid growing up. I think it has the potential to be an awesome movie with another director. I think that's the thing, or if they made it, was almost a remake. Somebody said Houses of a Thousand Corpses of Texas, but
it was.
Yes,
it was.
And I want him to stay in his lane of what he does. That the Munsters were kind of like a comedy to me, a horror comedy. I just don't see him, and he could prove me wrong. Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that the way I look at it is, that's the thing about Rob Zombie is he does stay in his lane with everything he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's what, when we talked about Halloween, we just went through the whole franchise, and what we said about Halloween we had an issue with was how he was basically taking his vibes and rhythms and just throwing it into the Halloween mythos, and it didn't always mix right, and this whole thing with the Munsters, if he does what he usually does, this is going to be a weird, silly, I don't even know what it's going to be. So I mean, maybe he'll try to make it different, but I'm worried, man. I'm real worried.
Was Tim Burton busy? Because I feel like Tim Burton should have done that.
And you know what? That's an excellent choice right there.
Right.
This type of material.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I'm scared.
Although he has messed up too, because I don't know what he was thinking when he did Dark Shadows. Like, that was nothing.
Right.
It was like a vampire soap opera, and Tim Burton made it into a complete comedy. And I'm like, it was never comical at all. It was straightforward. Yeah.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Oh, yeah, he got that out. But his track record is so good.
Johnny
Depp.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like the only one that I can say was.
It wasn't how it should have been.
I agree.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so I got another one to get you guys going because if you thought that got you going, this is
Uh-oh.
really, oh, God.
Okay.
They are here capping.
This has 3 positions removal.
Man, come on.
I said that. What's funny is I said that in a video last month because I was reviewing Malignant. Was it Malignant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was Malignant. And I was like, what happened to all you people that was mad about Candyman killing the cops? Malignant, he went in the police station and fired everybody up, and y'all didn't say nothing. So, and then I said, hold on to your asses next month because Michael Myers about to mess up these firefighters.
Right? And he did it in slick fashion too.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Here's the
Thank
thing, though. He actually got real firefighters to participate in. They volunteered to be in that movie.
Right.
So
Right.
they're cool with it, you know.
Those are people who aren't horror fans. Cops
Yeah,
and firemen
exactly.
always get messed up in horror movies.
That's
Yes,
right.
that's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing. I didn't find a problem with that at all. I'm like, I
No.
thought it was badass, to be honest with you. When he came out that house with that
Right.
pick, I was just like, yes.
It was like,
yeah, go ahead. Slay,
it was
slay.
it was nice. It was so
Yes.
cinematic, man.
Mhm.
It was nice.
Mhm.
It
So
set the tone like this is what it is. So
Yes.
strap in.
I thought
this is what we're doing. Yeah.
Exactly.
I saw a
Exactly.
tweet that somebody called Michael Myers homophobic for killing the gay couple, and I tweeted back at him. I said, "No, Michael Myers is Homo sapien phobic. He kills everybody."
Right?
I'm like, you kidding me? He killed children in this. You're saying he's homophobic because he killed the gay couple? He kills everybody.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean he's an equal opportunity killer. So
Mhm.
come on.
Here we go. There we go. So the next one I got for you guys. And I'm looking forward to this one too.
There it is.
Yes, I is it a trailer?
Mhm.
Because I kind of been looking. I haven't
No.
seen it. Looks
No, it was just a poster.
From what
So
I've read.
this is the most that I got out of it as far as the strip goes, goes, and I guess this would take place in Walmart or a retail store following a employee. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yes.
What's your
me
guys'
too.
thought? My dad was a firefighter. I feel no way about this saying, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
We're doing that.
I agree with
I'm
Miss
ready.
Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
what's your
ready.
thoughts, guys? I'm gonna come to Felicia. What's your thoughts on that? No.
On the Jordan Peele new movie.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know too much about it. I saw the poster. I kind of read a little bit, but with it, for me, Jordan Peele has done no wrong so far. Even though people were kind of getting on his case about Us, I thought that movie was pretty good. Now, was it as good as Get Out? No, but it still was a solid movie. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, yeah, I just feel like he is really, and the one thing that I do like about him, and he said this, is that he wants to highlight Black lead characters because we are so underrepresented. And he said most of his, like all of his movies will have a Black lead character, and I'm all about that. So I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yep. Just one.
Us gave me nightmares.
Just one caveat. As long as they come correct.
Yes.
We don't want to split them because they're Black. You gotta have the skill
Yeah,
set. You know.
Oh, well, he's
the
done an awesome job choosing. Because look at homegirl that was in Get Out when she was laughing and crying at the same time. The level of acting to do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, what I was gonna say about my Us nightmare. Literally had a nightmare off of that movie. I dreamt that I was fighting myself. And myself was like, she looked crazy. She was in a hospital gown. There's something about doppelgangers or someone being a double of you that is a little bit freaky to me. Like, I feel like if I saw someone and they looked identical to me and I never met them before, I think that would freak me out.
But you do know there is somebody on this planet that looks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know there's one in Hartford because I remember when I was young, people would come up to me in like Buckland Hills Mall and call me by her name. And I never met her, never knew who this girl was, but like 4 or 5 times people came up to me, talking to me and saying her name. So I noticed she's out there somewhere in Connecticut.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come to Night Watch. What's your thoughts on this?
I'm excited, man. I mean, like you guys said, Jordan Peele, he's made great choices and he's trying to do different stuff, man. I mean, and I know Shasha can understand it. When you're talking about horror movies and you talk about representation, it's nice to be able to think of movies like Get Out and Us that have the representation, but they're also kind of, they got some freshness to them. You know, the way that the movies were. You know, when I watched Us, I was like, I had no idea where this thing was going. And yeah, I don't think it was as good as Get Out, but it was a damn good horror movie. It really was. And Lupita Nyong'o, I mean, good God, man, to be able to play that role and then have the opposite going on, it was some good stuff in that movie. It was really, really good. So I'm excited about this new thing.
I agree, and Mr. Dan, I agree with your statement too.
Can I ask a question about that? Can I ask a question about that movie? Do you guys think she should have been nominated for an Academy Award?
I was just about to. She and I are here. That's literally what I was about to say. That if that was not a horror movie, she would have been nominated for Oscar. And Homegirl that was in Hereditary, they should have been nominated for Oscars.
Yes.
So you think the fact that it's a horror movie hurts their chances?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still think to this day, for some reason, it's going away, but the horror genre has a little cloud. It was a forecast, like an overcast, but now it's breaking up. So now they're getting a little like. But when it comes to Jordan Peele, for me, I think he makes psychology horror movies. So you would get some bodies, some kills, but he really tried to put your minds in like where this happened. So I definitely enjoy it.
I agree. Yeah.
When it comes to his movies. So the next one I got for you guys. And I think I'm gonna start off with Felicia because she has the poster in the back.
Street Fight. Yes. Okay. So let me be very honest. At the beginning, when I heard about a Scream 5, I was like, oh no. I'm being very honest. I was like, what could possibly happen? What could they possibly talk about? Then I saw that trailer.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, I am ready. I personally love the Scream movies, even though I know 2 and especially 3 and 4, you know, people hate on them, but I like the whole as a franchise. I love the Scream movies. I am so looking forward to 5 because that trailer had me in that. We know trailers can be misleading, but we all know as movie fans that, and especially horror fans, trailers can be misleading.
Okay.
But if that, yes.
All right. So I'm gonna come down to Lady Sasha. What's your thoughts?
I like the trailer a lot, and I'm not the biggest Scream fan. I think they're all right movies. I saw them. I saw them at the movie theater.
Felicia's like, no.
I don't think they're bad movies at all. They're just like, all right. They're just all right. Just for clear, you know, my favorite of the big 3 series is Nightmare on Elm Street. That's my thing, is Nightmare on Elm Street. And the way you reacted just then was how I reacted earlier this week when I saw a younger millennial post that Nightmare on Elm Street was okay, but Scream was the best slasher movie they ever saw, and I almost had a heart attack. I was like, are you kidding me? What? Wow. But you know, they're entitled to their opinion.
That's true. Well,
it's 2 different genres of horror. But I would like to come to Night Watch and get your thoughts on this.
I'm excited. I mean, when I saw the trailer, I didn't know what to expect. I was really impressed with the trailer. I was impressed how they kind of brought, you know, the Trinity back into the story. Neve Campbell, it's some great moments in the trailer. I think they're gonna, you know, have a nice story, because that's really what the Scream movies. Story is the big thing. I mean, you're gonna have the kills and stuff, but the mystery and how they twist everything around is what's gonna probably drive it, or at least, especially with the original. The original is a classic, and I will say that. Although I get it, I gotta agree with you, Shasha. I don't think it's better than A Nightmare on Elm Street. But here's the question, though. I got a question. What about Halloween versus A Nightmare on Elm Street?
God, it's difficult.
It is difficult.
Well, okay.
Halloween, hands down.
Right?
Well, here's the thing. I think Halloween gets a lot of credit that really should go to Black Christmas.
That's true.
well,
So,
The original one.
I can give
the
you
yes.
original.
The original.
but Halloween did what it did really
I like
well.
how you prefaced it with that though, so you could, take a few points off of Halloween though.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'm not taking anything from it. I'm just saying that a lot of people put Halloween above Nightmare on Elm Street because it came out first, but it really didn't. It did leave an impact. I can remember the first time I actually heard Halloween, I didn't see it. I remember being a little kid in bed and hearing the themes and the music playing from the living room and being scared just by the music.
Oh,
And I didn't see the movie till like a couple years later.
Mhm.
But just the music alone, to have that much power, that does make it its own thing. So I kind of don't like to compare it so much to Nightmare on Elm Street, because even though they're both slasher movies, they're so different.
Yeah,
Because
I
Right.
agree. I
yeah,
agree.
True.
All right, so can I present this to you guys? All right, so let me start with the first segment and go right to what you just said. All right, as far as screen goes, I think the uniqueness about those scripts were how original and the plot twist. It's more like a whodunit in the slasher movie.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to A Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween, you gotta understand that they're both evil entities.
Yeah.
They're not human, but they're slashing
Mhm.
and kill.
Mm-hmm.
But with Freddy, he's more
Yeah.
slashing and doing more elaborate things in the dream,
Yeah.
where Michael Myers is slashing in real time.
I think that's why I like
So,
Nightmare better, because of the dream
that's the thing
sequences.
right there, but Michael Myers always falls under the slasher.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Freddy falls under the entity, like a demon.
Well, he's a supernatural slasher. Freddy and Candyman, those are supernatural
Yeah.
slashers.
Yeah.
And really, if you want to go far enough, Sadako and Samara too, or and Kayako, those are all supernatural slashers.
Mhm.
And that's the thing, like Yuan, The Ring, all that
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
agree
Yeah.
with you. I definitely agree with you.
Mhm.
Okay, so which really I think A Nightmare on Elm Street had better quality sequels than
That I agree.
Okay.
We don't.
Except
Well, now-
for number 5. Number 5 was straight trash
Wait
garbage.
a minute.
Nightmare on Elm Street 5, it had great effects, but I don't
Miss
like
Wilder.
Alice. I don't know why they made Alice like the main character. I don't like her. She's boring. They should have made my girl what's her name? Why am I drawing a blank?
Kristen?
Not Kristen. Why am I drawing a blank? The black girl that was the swimmer. I want her to be the main. She survived. She survived, so she
Judy
should have
or
been the
Judy or
next person. Kelly Jo Minter. I can't
I
remember.
agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
Which, by the way, she always survives. Every horror movie that she's been in, she's never killed.
Oh,
She must have it in her contract.
Good for her.
Mhm.
Oh, one
Okay.
other thing I want to say, just real quick, unpopular opinion. I'm not a big fan of Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm not
Uh-oh.
either. I said that in my review that it's overrated.
You did that. I just didn't. I wasn't feeling it. So
Freddie had leather pants on. Like what? Why?
Hey, he was styling and profiling, man.
Swole up. He's all swole up. GNC Freddie. Like what are these?
Yeah.
Freddy.
You see that coat he had on? He was like,
Yeah.
I'm done
If
with
you
all
see
the,
my-
all the,
if-
all the
Yeah, I seen
You
your
see
review.
my review? I put the
Yeah.
picture of Freddie with the coat on and the leather pants, and then I edited in what do you call Miami Connection. You don't scare me at all.
Somebody
It wasn't
said something
shopping
about
at H&M.
Halloween Part 3 in the comments. Did you see that Halloween? Now I will I'm looking at the comments. I will say I didn't like Halloween 3 for a long time, but over
Me
the
too.
years, I have grown to appreciate it for what it is. Like, is
That's
it my
right.
favorite in the series? Absolutely not. Is it in my top 5? Well, top 3? No. But yeah, I kind of like Halloween 3 now. Like, but it had to. It
Right.
took years for me to really like it. And 5 and 6 were bad. And Elm Street.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, they were,
3?
man.
Halloween 3 I didn't like as a kid, but as an adult I like it.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So I definitely
Pine Hills
want
Halloween.
this next one, and it looks promising to me, guys. I definitely want to check this out.
Okay.
I didn't
Oh,
like
yeah.
the trailer. But
Whoa.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing about me though.
That's
I don't like cat and mouse horror movies, period. Like I didn't like The Strangers. I don't like somebody chasing me in the house type of movies. It's just they don't grab me.
Okay.
Fair,
I think
fair.
this one.
Yeah. So that's a me issue. That's not anything wrong with the movie. It's just my personal taste.
No, you're good. You're good.
Mhm.
So basically, the story is about let's say he's some type of serial killer that snatches kids off the street, and he grabs one kid and puts them in a room with a phone that is not really connected. But the dead kids that he killed, they come back and call through the phone and tell him how to get away from this guy. And they're trying to figure, is he really a human or he just a regular serial killer? So that's the whole premise of the story right there.
See, the thing with something like that is I don't think it has enough to be a whole movie. That seems like a half an hour episode of an anthology series, not a full movie. Well, there's a lot of movies that are like that recently, where they have these ideas, but they don't have more than a half an hour story, and they need to bring back shows like Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Dark Side or those or Monsters. There's bring that stuff back because there are stories that really only need 30 or 40 minutes to tell.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. However, I think I will say this: the trailer intrigued me because, first of all, I didn't recognize that was Ethan Hawke. Let's start with that. Like, I had no idea that was him from the, that he was the guy. And then I thought it was an intriguing idea, and I think the fact that they have the little girl, that's the friend that kind of has the psychic connection, it'll be very interesting to see how that is going to play out. I was intrigued by the trailer. I'm looking forward to actually seeing this movie. But it's fair assessment. If that's not your type of thing, then I totally get that because so I'm looking forward to it.
Night Watch?
I'm interested in it. The trailer was kind of it was good. I mean, it didn't like shake my world up or anything, but and a little bit of what Shasha said. I mean, I was kind of like, okay, I wonder where they could really take it. But that being said, I like my man Ethan Hawke. I mean, I just like his movies, not all of them, but I'm just saying, as soon as I found out that he was in it, I was like, okay, I'll definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, that's true, Mr. Dan. I do remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the box. Yep.
So here's a segment that I know everybody's looking forward to. So let me get this going. And I would like to start this one off.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. With the last installment of Halloween coming up next year, this might be the best run / trilogy in the franchise.
Yeah.
That's my
agree.
It's not a trilogy though, because Halloween Kills would be
those 3 movies in the franchise.
Oh, because Halloween Kills is the 3rd one, so it'll be a quadrilogy.
Oh, I see what you're saying because
it goes Halloween 1978, then Halloween 2018 is a continuation, and then Halloween Kills is the 3rd part. So the 4th one,
The movies that I made, those like those 3
out of the
I get what you're saying. Kind of like how in Halloween you have like what is it, 4, 5, and 6 are like the Thorn trilogy because they follow that story of I always forget the little girl's name in the
Jamie Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
I think this director did an excellent job. He regenerated this franchise. What he did in his latest one that came out, how he shot it like it looked old, but when it did the callbacks, like the old scenes, he the special effects, like they just blended everything nicely. Sound involved. They show you what happens when you get a mob mentality. You don't pay attention. You just following other people and all that stuff. The other people the other angle from the cop point of view.
Donald Pleasance walked out the house. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was hyped up when I saw that. I was like, my boy.
I was like, what the heck is going on? When I saw him, I was like, I went to the theater to see this. I was just like, he looked so real. Whoever, and I saw they had pictures of the guy, how they did the makeup and all that, but it looked just like him, the voice and everything. And then I said to myself, well, why are they doing a flashback said, oh, that's right, because they are ignoring all the other like Halloween 2 on down. So I was just like, oh, so they're wrapping it up to see how everything. So then I'm a Halloween fan, so maybe I'm the wrong person to start with. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're the right person to start with. I saw so many.
Yeah, let's start good and then everything. But anyway, so but I love this movie. I'm probably, and I know a lot of people had problems with it. Yeah, was it perfect? Absolutely not. My problem with the movie was I didn't like the red herring guy, the mental, the other, the guy, the other guy.
Convicts that escaped with him. Yeah,
I didn't think they needed that, but I understood why they did, because that is what led to the whole mob thing, and so I understood why they did that. I like the flashbacks to 1978. I love the fact that Michael Myers was just like savage.
Tony was in the house. What's up, Tony, man?
Tony, oh my God, what's going on?
What did they say? I missed what they said.
He said it was moi.
Yeah, and I get that. Some people, it's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. That's what I love about the horror community. One person's treasure is another person's trash. I get it. Everybody's on the same page. You know, so I respect everybody's opinion. So I'm not gonna say, what are you talking about? You like it. So, but yeah, I personally loved it. I love the 2018 version too. Big John and Little John they were absolutely characters.
They were.
So I'm gonna stop raving about it because y'all already know how I feel about it. So I'm gonna let somebody else talk.
Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna come down to Lady Sasha and get her thoughts on
as an Elm Street as an Elm Street fan. I like it a lot too.
I like how you started off.
Yeah, yes, because people would expect me not to like it, but I liked it a lot. But I might have. What's funny that I'm gonna dig a hole for myself. My second favorite series is Friday the 13th, and I think the reason why I liked it is because Michael Myers was acting. His kills were a little bit more Jason-like. I was like, I like this. I like people getting their head, switch. But then I had to check myself and remember that in Halloween 2, he put his thumb through somebody's forehead. And he used to be a lot more brutal. It was, I think, in the later movies, like H2O and Resurrection, he wasn't as brutal. So people got used to these lackluster kills, but he actually did used to be this brutal.
Yeah, it was definitely a homage back to the original one, like you said. But I really enjoy all three movies. The next one that's coming out is we're gonna go out with a bang, and then whoever picks up this material, the next director, I hope they can continue this quality that we are getting from the Halloween series.
Yeah, the quality is magnificent, man. And if you go through the franchise, like you were saying, they started to lose that in the later Halloween movies. I mean, the Rob Zombie movies were good as far as the quality, but obviously some people had issues with the characterizations and stuff like that. But yeah, Kills was good, man.
Night, when you said they started to lose quality, the first image that popped in my head was Busta Rhymes saying "trick or treat, motherfucker."
Right?
Every time I think of a bad Halloween movie, I think of that one.
I mean, you had Busta, and I
like Resurrection. Like, I'm in the minority, and it's a guilty pleasure for me. I like that movie. I will stand. I know I'm gonna get some hate. I will stand that movie because it's just so outrageous. Like, it's just, and I love Busta Rhymes, but yeah, I can understand why people hate that movie to the core. Every time I post it on my page, they're like, like, you're the only one, or I know I'm in the minority, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. I love it.
I feel you. We all have one. For me, it's the Howling 3, the marsupials. Nobody understands why I like that one. I thought it was funny.
Girl, I tell you.
So,
Knight's about to disassociate. Like, I don't know her.
No. Hey, when we had a stream, and I told Monty G, I said, look, man, because he hates The Exorcist too, and I said, when I was a kid, I actually watched that quite a few times because it was on TV, and I didn't hate it. He almost disassociated with me.
Prim, what's your movie that you think only you like?
Frankenfish.
Oh, I like Frankenfish. That was a good movie. I have that DVD.
Yeah.
Guilty pleasure. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I really enjoy sci-fi, bootlegged, Sharknado, and all that. I love that stuff.
Okay. All right.
I enjoy it, but
Okay. All right.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
True.
And internet Eric here, he has a lot to say. I'm
My
glad
man.
you appreciate you coming up here and sharing your thoughts. And hey, he's writing. Always picture enjoying another movie.
Oh, these are always free. Thank you. Hey, yes, thank you. The Halloween
we go.
Resurrection. Thank you. There you go. I will stay in
Okay,
that
okay,
movie.
we need
Hey,
to talk
I
about this Jason Goes to Hell.
I knew Eric would put that in there sooner or later. He always finds a way.
He's setting that guys up. He's setting
That's
you up.
the one where he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a worm creature that was going from
Right?
person to person.
Hey, this couldn't have been scripted any better, man, because when
Oh,
we've talked
man.
about Jason, like my
Yeah.
brother Killian, he always says that the Jason worms, I hate him. But that being said, and
Yes.
Eric will love this comment.
Mhm.
Through Eric and his love for Jason Goes to Hell, I have seen some of the brighter points about the movie. It's not a horrible movie. It's just not one of my
Yeah.
favorite Friday the 13th movies.
It did have good gore. It had really good gore scenes.
He's writing twice a day.
It
So
did.
that
Did,
goes.
did y'all like Jason X? That's one of my guilty pleasures too. I get
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
one was good.
Jason X.
Yeah.
I
actually
like
love
Jason and Freddy. I thought that was good. Jason and Freddy.
that
good.
was a great movie. Yes, absolutely. Yep.
So the next one, and I really enjoyed this. I'm quite sure you guys have already seen it, but let's talk about him.
Okay.
This guy right here.
Okay.
This is the director who made this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was well executed for a Netflix movie. Great kill, a nice whodunit feel to it, and he just wrapped it up nicely at the end.
Yeah.
I'm coming down to Lady Sasha. What's your thoughts? Have you seen this one yet?
I didn't get to see it yet. I typically put Netflix original horror movies on a back burner ever since the open house.
Not this one.
The open
I'm
house.
not pull up.
I'm sorry, it was so
You see that?
Open House was
I'm co-signing it.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
awful.
you had to check that out.
Then there was the one, what was it called, where the four dudes went into the woods because one of them let his friend die at in a convenience store because he was like acting like a bitch in a corner.
Ritual.
The ritual.
Yeah,
You didn't
that
like that one?
No,
You didn't
I
like
was
that?
like, none of these characters, none of them were likable, so you don't care what happens to them. And I'm like, you have to make it like I compared that to like The Descent. There was something about The Descent where you kind of cared about those women more than these guys.
Right.
And also they didn't very much explain the lore of what was happening there. I had to Google it, and that actually is a creature from like Norse mythology or somewhere in Northern Europe mythology, but they didn't explain it at all in the movie.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I watched
I
the sorry.
I can see why you didn't like the ritual. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were still talking. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I
Go
don't
ahead.
want to talk over anyone because I
I
get so excited when I talk about horror and I don't want to talk over people. But let me finish my thought. No, it's gone. The ADHD. Go ahead.
So I guess
if you're thinking about unlikable, go ahead, Fred. Honestly, when you reminded me when you think about unlikable characters, I was thinking, and it's kind of like change the subject, but we can come back to this one. The new I Know What You Did Last Summer on Amazon. I do not like that.
Oh my God! Yes, that girl is horrible.
I don't know what the casting was thinking. I like the movie and even the sequel were so good in my opinion for what they were. I mean, for 90s slashers, and that's kind of like what the movie.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Although I like the series itself because the story is engaging, but they made these teenagers really unlikable. At the same time, I can kind of understand why, because they're saying they're all terrible people that did this terrible thing, which we know that they did, but do they have to be like complete villains? Can there be some like nice side to them too?
Redeeming characters. Like even in the movies they had redeemed some redeeming characteristics, except for what's his name? The one that drove the jock. He didn't. I can't remember who his name, but you really felt for the other characters because they really like after a year later, you really felt that they felt bad about it, especially I can't like I'm having drawing a blank on Julie.
And
When she came back, you really felt that she felt bad. But with these characters, it's just like.
And the one more pet peeve that I have about the series is they have changed the location to
nobody's redeeming and
they changed the location to Hawaii, which I didn't realize until like the third episode. I thought they were in California because of the lack of actual Polynesian main characters. Like all the Polynesians are all in the background, or they have one line and they go that way. And I'm like, you're literally in Hawaii. You couldn't make one of these teenagers Polynesian, not one. Right. You couldn't have one Leilani in there. Like what the hell?
Right.
You have all the white characters censored and one biracial girl, and then but it's Hawaii. Okay, sure, you're right. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's just it annoys me when they do stuff like it. It's like it's the whole thing like when they set Friends in New York and then have only white people, and anyone who's been to New York knows how many different types of people you see just walking down the street. Like it's just not realistic.
Right.
Yeah, I was there a couple of weeks ago for my birthday. And you're right, it's definitely a big mixture.
I know, but they have the same problem. But go ahead. I'm sorry, we got off topic. That's my bad.
Right.
This is what it's about. It's definitely about chatting up and enjoying each other conversation and point of view. So I'm definitely going to slide into the next one, and this one ties into Lady Sasha.
Oh, horror TV series.
Yeah.
Which one did you like to watch?
So during this segment, I will be putting some up there, and we can talk about them real quick. It was so many that came up. Lady Sasha is ridiculous. It was like a Rolodex of them. So let's start off with Felicia and this one right here. Have you seen this one?
I did, but you know what? I don't remember much.
Okay, I'm gonna come down.
I did see this. I remember watching it. Yeah, so I don't remember much.
Okay. Lady Sasha, I'm gonna come to you with this one.
Oh, that's a good series, Evil. I saw the first 2 seasons of it, but then they switched to the Paramount Network, I think, and I don't have that app, so I gotta wait till it comes to Netflix. But it was a really, really good series. Like it's more of like a mystery thriller, but it does have supernatural elements because it's concerning like possession and like the devil and that type of thing. But the way that it's written, it's not hokey. It's like really, really well done.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. So, have you seen this series?
Evil?
No, I haven't seen that.
I saw the first episode and it scared the crap out of me, and I didn't watch it after that. That's one of my, and that's like, but for me, like possession and movies that deal with the devil are, I'm kind of, I have to watch those in the daytime. I don't watch a lot of those, so that's my reason why. It's a personal reason. It's against the show. Yeah.
Wait, Lady Sasha, you don't like the spiritual ones, like the possession?
Oh, those are the ones that I can't like. Those, if I watch a possession movie, those are the movies that make you have to turn the hallway light on to go. I'm not walking anywhere in the dark after I watch one of those. I might sleep with the Cartoon Network on or something. Like I could watch people get hacked up, killed, all kinds of stuff. I could watch body horror, go right to sleep like a baby. But that demon stuff, that it creeps me out.
Okay, so Miss Riley, 1980 said he was a good show. I'm waiting for it to come on Netflix too. Okay. I agree. So let's move down the line, and this one is called Sweet Home, but I just got this poster. Have you guys seen this on Netflix, Sweet Home?
I saw half of it.
Okay, so sorry. Please watch this show.
Yes.
Bronte? Okay. Is it because is that similar?
It's called Sweet Home. It's
similar to Squid Game? Because that's what.
No, not at all. Not at all. The story, they're both South Korean, but the story is totally different. Sweet Home is about an apartment building, but it's during a time where there's like a monster outbreak. So it's like a totally different genre horror. And it's kind of comedy horror too, but it's also dramedy. Yeah, it's kind of has some drama, some comedy.
Well, you know what? When it comes to Korean horror movies or movies in general, they always have something unique to it that makes you
totally different. Okay.
So I'm gonna co-sign that.
And it's also it also comes as dubbed or I'm sorry, I'm so sorry to keep interrupting. It comes with subtitles or dubbed. I always tell people that because sometimes for some people it's hard to read subtitles, like people that have bifocals or dyslexia, stuff like that. So don't ever put anybody down for wanting to watch a dubbed movie over subtitles. Sometimes it's a visual impairment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. So the next one, I'm gonna go to Night Watch.
Masters of Horror. Yeah, man. It's a good,
Have you
it's a good
seen
show.
this?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Lady Sasha?
Yes, I've seen it, and some of them freaked me out.
Can y'all
Like,
see me? 'Cause I got lost. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm back. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, some of it freaked you out?
Oh yeah, the cigarette burns one was a little bit creepy to me. What's another one that I there was one I don't remember the title, but this guy felt maybe it's called Jennifer. I think it was called Jennifer on one end, where he found a girl in the woods and and then there was one that got banned, but then they released it as a movie on its own. I think it was directed by Takashi Miike. It was called Imprint.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So the next one, matter of fact, let me get back to Felicia. Have you seen this series? It's an older one.
I probably kind of old. I remember I saw it I probably have, but when it in like the 90s or something? I can't remember.
It was around 2003.
Some episodes.
Yeah.
Dan said, "Bring it back."
Okay. So yeah, I did see a couple of them, but my memory is bad if I haven't seen it recently. But I do remember watching that, and for what I remember, I do remember liking it. So, can I tell you what the episodes are? No, because I haven't seen it recently. So yeah.
They're on Tubi. If anybody wants to rewatch them, I found them on Tubi.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's your spot right there, too.
You did? Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
love Tubi. Yeah, Tubi.
They got some really good stuff on Tubi.
So here's the thing. I did the first season. I haven't watched it since then.
Okay.
But I'm not sure why they try to say The Walking Dead is the best horror series. I think this one is, and that is Supernatural. Have you guys watched this series?
Now, I didn't watch Supernatural at all, and I'm surprised that I didn't, because that's right up my alley. It kind of reminds me of, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never seen it, but it kind of reminds me of a mix of the X-Files and something else. Isn't it about two brothers who go and kind of chase ghosts and things like that? I've never.
Their father dies, and then goes to hell, and they end up being almost like a Spawn type thing. But this ran for over 10 years or better. This series.
Okay.
For some reason,
I remember.
What's that, Lady Sasha?
Oh, I was just saying I've seen episodes just through my mother because that's her favorite horror series. Like she has the figurine of the what is it, Dean and what's the other brother's name? I can't remember the other brother's name, but she has their car and all the little figurines and stuff. Yeah, she loves Supernatural.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Okay.
I understand from what I've seen. There's a lot of horror references in the show. So when you watch the show, it's good if you're already a horror fan because then you'll get all the little references that they put in the show.
Cool. Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. And it's funny how I tied myself into it.
Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna come down to Felicia. What's your thoughts?
Okay. First of all, no. Like I know when a person starts with first of all, you think it's gonna be some shenanigans, but first of all, when it first started, I was 100% in. I thought it was a really, really good, well-written show. But I think I stopped watching it after season 8. And here's why. Like, first of all, that cliffhanger with Negan and who he killed, I thought that was kind of bogus, but I get it. You have to make fans wait. But then what it started to do was, in my opinion, it started to be the same thing every week. Like, you introduce these characters, they get killed by zombies. There's no really, it started to do that kind of thing. There was nothing new and fresh. Now,
they were recycling characters.
They were recycling. The one thing I did like about The Walking Dead when it first started, it would get main characters. Like T-Dog was gone, then Shane was gone, and Lori died. I was just like, man, like they didn't have a problem getting rid of people that you had grown accustomed to seeing. And I think that that would happen in real life if we had a zombie apocalypse. Everybody wouldn't just survive like that.
Right.
So, but then later on, because
agrees with you.
because everybody got so used to these people being around, like Rick, Carol, Michonne, like nobody. So they brought in these minor characters, and it wasn't a big deal when they died because you didn't have anything invested. So that's kind of like why I stopped watching it. Kind of went down as the season.
Okay, all right.
Seasons went on. Ninth season. Okay, I didn't see the ninth season, so maybe I need to watch it again. Okay, watch that season. Okay.
So
I see that comment. I was like, okay.
All right. So here's the next one. But before I go, Night Watch. What's your thoughts on The Walking Dead?
Man, I used to literally every Sunday. I watched it. I'd even watch the show afterwards, The Talking Dead. I was all in, and I have to agree with what Felicia was saying. Once Negan came in, and I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. First of all, that's number one.
Yes,
that's my man, and I think he did a good job with the character. But I just started to see the shadows. They were recycling things, and by that point in the series, I just think they needed to have a different element because it was the same thing. The survivors would find a place to be. They'd be safe for a while. There'd be some humans coming in, starting some shenanigans. And next thing you know, that's when the zombies could come, the walkers could come in and, kill a couple of people. But as time went on, the main characters, they started to become like superheroes. Because you had Daryl, and you had Michonne, you had Rick, and so forth and so forth. So it was like, it just got stale for me, which I hate to say that because I really enjoyed it for those first, whatever it was, 5-6 seasons. I watched it religiously every week. And but, maybe I have to jump back into it because I've heard some good things about it recently. So.
Okay, so before I go to the next one, I gave my little 2 cents on The Walking Dead. I collected the whole story, hard book copies, and
okay,
they should have stuck with the books. They veered off, and that was it for me. It got more gruesome. The interaction with the humans got more gruesome, and the interaction with the zombie got more gruesome. But when I watched the show, they didn't take it there, and I was like, you had a chance to really do something there.
Do I have one?
You got your book?
I thought I had one. Hold on. I thought I had a. No, I don't know where I put it. I thought I had a Walking Dead comic book.
Okay.
Freddy versus Ash was it Freddy versus Jason versus Ash?
That sounds interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I swore I had a Walking Dead one, but it's not with them. Maybe I put it somewhere else.
All right. So the next one we have here is this one. And y'all talk
that's what we were just bitching about. About
I love the expression, Felicia. She just sat back and like, boy, vague.
Good story, good mystery, unlikable characters.
Yeah,
I agree. That's my main problem with it. Yeah, that's my main problem with it. The characters are so unlikable. Even I don't
the quote unquote good twin.
It'll be
there's like a good twin and a bad twin. Yeah, but they're both bad people.
The good twin is even annoying. So I recently watched, they have episode 5 because they did the first 4 in a row. Like you could just watch the first 4, and now they just they recently had episode 5, and I'm gonna watch it because I want to find out who the killer is. But it's a struggle. It's a struggle to get through that because the characters. And the one person that was kind of like, in my opinion, that I thought was kind of redeeming, the guy, I can't think of his name. They ended up killing him off. I mean, it's in brutal fashion, by the way. The kills are awesome. Like kills when they do have them are awesome, but it's just that the characters, the people that I don't know what they were thinking, but these people are so unlikable. So, but I'm gonna struggle and try to finish it to see what happens. It's a struggle, I'm telling you.
So let's move on to the next one we have here.
Okay. I don't want to go first because I've been talking too much.
I saw the first episode, but it was really, really boring. So I don't know whether it's worth continuing because the first episode I was struggling to get through. So does it get better?
Yeah. What's your thought? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but it was on my list to see like ASAP until Lady Shasha just said that. So
and for comparison, it was slower than, I don't know if anybody saw Castle Rock. Castle Rock had a slow story to develop, but it was still engaging enough for me to come back. This was slower than Castle Rock.
How many episodes did you watch?
Just the first one, and I barely made it through.
The rule is always 3 before you try the series.
I know.
Yeah. I watched the whole series. I binge watched it. I finished it. I thought it was good. Now I can understand it does get better. I will say that the first episode, it does get better after that. I don't want to tell too much about it, but I agree with Miss Riley. 1980, it gets better. So if you can survive that one episode, if you can survive that one episode, it does get better. I think I don't want to tell too much but I think you can kind of
guess. Yeah, you don't want to say too much.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much. You can kind of get where it is going. Probably in the 3rd episode, but I think you would want to hang on because I really thought it was good because I remember when I started, this is how it was. It was between that and Squid Game. So I chose Midnight Mass first because it was Mike Flanagan and I love everything that he does pretty much. So that's why I watched that first. And I don't know if you have Squid Game, so I'm not going to talk about that. You might have that coming up to talk about.
Oh no, I finished it, and Crystal and I did a live stream about Squid Game. When you get a chance to watch that, please watch it.
I watched that. That was, and I was like, why did I? Here I go. So I like Squid Game more than Midnight Mass because they're totally two different kind of shows. Because Midnight Mass is more of a slow burn, but. I do think it is worth watching. I will say that if you can get past that first episode, and you still may watch it and be like, what was Felicia talking about? This is some, but I do think it is worth a watch.
Felicia, what's your thoughts on the fanatic? The lady that was a fanatic in Midnight Mass that did gaslighting everybody. I love her character.
The comparisons to my girl from The Mist were right on. I can't think of what her name was. She was insane. So they do have somebody in there that is like I can't think of her. Oh, what's her? It's Squid Game. But yeah, she was like similar to the lady that was in The Mist. If you saw the religious fanatic in The Mist, I cannot think of her name. I see her face, but it was kind of like
she was to the 10th power, and she was smooth with it. She was gaslighting.
She just kind of like her word game was just so strong. Yeah. Bev, that's her name. Thank you, Bev. That was her name.
Bev was her game was tight.
I want to just Tony Man's comment. He said it's Squid Game, no S. And I saw an Instagram post and it said, "Dear Black people, it's not targets. It's not Squid Games. It's not." And all these words and we add an S to. I did it too. I said Squid Games.
You're right. Yeah, I saw that post too. It's not targets. It's not Walmart. I'm sorry. You're right. It's Squid Game. You are absolutely correct. I'm sorry. My bad. No S, but yeah. But I think that Mass is worth a watch. That's
definitely check it out, Jay.
Definitely have to check it out. All right, so moving on to the
Checking
next
me.
one.
Okay, go ahead.
Mhm. Moving on to the next one. I enjoy this series. I
Okay.
kind of put them in horror because Psycho, was that considered horror?
Yeah.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think so. Yeah.
The
Okay, so it
granddaddy.
made the cut. This series made the cut.
I've never watched it.
Me neither.
I've never watched
Oh,
it
I gotta
either.
cut you off.
All three of us
Shame the
canceled.
show goes black.
I know it's like and the end. Because I've never
So I
watched,
want to come down to Felicia.
huh?
You watched Dexter. What do you think?
No, I haven't. I've never watched Dexter. I wanted to
Gotta
watch
go
it.
to, Night Watch. Night Watch.
Oh,
I haven't watched
You
it
know what?
either.
I'll see you guys next week. Glad to Wow.
I've heard it was good though, but I just
Yeah, me
let me
too.
tell you something, man. Let me tell you. Look,
Marcia Gay Harden. that's
you
right.
you know how it is.
Marcia
so much-
Gay Harden was on the miss. Okay.
Yeah,
She was
played
awesome
that,
on The Mist.
Religious character in The Mist. I can't think of
She
her
was
name.
one of the best characters in The Mist. But
Are
let
you
me tell
talking
you something,
about
man.
the TV show or the movie?
The Fanatic. The
movie.
religious fanatic.
Oh, the movie. Because there was a Miss TV show too.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
enjoyed
It was.
That was good too.
It was
That
good. I don't know why
too.
they didn't renew it. Just
But
like
man,
the Exorcist, yeah,
it's
the
so many
Exorcist
shows. It's hard
Yeah.
to keep up with everything, man.
That's why I had to like kind of narrow it down. But
Mhm.
here's the another one. I'm not sure if you guys watched this series.
Do you
It jumped
mean-
the shark.
Uh-oh.
Oh, for the double feature? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all talk first because I do have some thoughts on that show.
I was with American
Okay.
Horror Story and Freak Show is one of my favorite seasons. I was up until Hotel, and then I think Apocalypse was the one that broke me so much that I didn't come back for their Camp Crystal Lake, whatever that season was. I was like, nah. And then I tried again with what's this new one where the people Vampire Town? Let's call it Vampire Town. Vampire Town.
Yeah.
And why do vampires have these jackets? I'm so mad at their jackets. I'm sorry. Fashion will ruin a movie for me. I'm telling you, which was one of my pet peeves in the new Candyman. Candyman's they should have brought back his coat. That coat was everything, and they should have brought that this whatever yellow Sherlin that they had on. No, they should have brought back Candyman's coat. You already know this about me. I already had a whole diatribe about Freddy Krueger's leather pants. So
Right.
I should make a whole video just about horror fashion.
You should.
You should.
I was
You
just about to
should.
say that. You really should. Seriously. You really should.
Okay, so American Horror Story 19 was a bit of a mess. Okay.
Oh, I kind of liked it. I think it was more. I thought it was more redeeming than Apocalypse. Apocalypse to me was like, and another season I liked that people didn't like was Roanoke. I didn't think that was bad.
Yeah, Roanoke was pretty good.
Roanoke was
Like people was dogging that season like this was like pure crap. I'm like, first of all, Hotel was crap. I did not like that season at all. It was just like Lady Gaga could not save it just because it was
no,
her.
she can't act at all.
Yeah, so I just was like,
But I like the mythology behind Hotel because of that real hotel in Chicago and that serial killer and thing. But
I like the story. Did you see the American Horror Stories? The story ones?
Yes, those weren't bad. I like the American Horror Stories.
They were hit or miss, but I enjoyed that better than the actual American Horror Story, like the double feature that they have with the aliens and the vampire and all. Yeah, I enjoyed the stories better than the actual series itself. They should do more of the stories, actually.
Yeah, because it's the same people that did Nip Tuck made American Horror.
Yeah, Nip Tuck was good show too.
Yeah,
Roanoke was a good season. Yep. Like a lot of people didn't like it though. For some reason, I don't know why. I thought it was a good season.
Okay, so I want to move on to the next one, and it's the last one as far as our series goes. And
I didn't see season 2 yet. I only saw season 1. It was just okay, and I didn't like their specials. They had like a Christmas special and a Halloween special, and they were just. I think it's hard. It's hard because when you compare it to the movie, which was written by Stephen King and directed by George A. Romero, that's like you can't get better than that. It's really, really hard to even be on that level.
Yeah, I agree. Some of the episodes are hit and miss. It just depends on, you know,
The one that's on Sugar, right?
huh?
Shutter, yeah.
Yeah, Shutter. Yeah, I'm Shutter. Yeah, it's it's, like I said, some episodes are better than others. Is it the quality of the actual Creep Show? No. And here's a little known unpopular opinion again, because I like to throw stuff out. I like Creep Show 2 better than Creep Show 1. That's just me, unpopular opinion. But for some reason, I think the story awesome. But for some reason, I like the stories in 2 better. Like the rap with the Indian that goes on the revenge.
Old Chief Woodenhead.
Yeah.
Chief Woodenhead, thank you. Chief Woodenhead. That was.
I like thanks for the ride, lady.
Yes. Man, that used to creep me out as a kid. That used to really, because homeboy would not die. I was like, wow.
You know that's the same. That's the same actor that played the zombie dude in Tales from the Hood.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, but to get back to Creep Show.
I enjoyed the Halloween special. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I definitely want to.
You did? Okay.
Continue. What's that? Yeah. Okay, so I definitely want to continue to do my spotlight.
Make it a good one.
Oh yeah.
No,
you can't get any better than that.
There he is, Guillermo.
Can't get no better than that.
He was. I want to say he was meant to do one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and I really wish he would have gotten a chance to do it. I think it might have been part 5 that he was in talks to do it, but then it fell through. And I would have loved to see a Guillermo del Toro Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm definitely
that would have been interesting.
Up there. What was that, Felicia?
I really think he's a good director. I haven't seen all of his movies, so I'm gonna comment on the ones that I have seen. The ones that you put up. All right.
That's on my watch list. Mimic. I saw that in the movie theater.
Mimic, loved it. Love Mimic.
That one was good.
I think I saw that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Hellboy. Yep. Love Hellboy. Yep.
1 and 2.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, boy.
The first Pacific Rim.
The first.
I like that movie. I like. Oh, I love this.
That was a beautiful film.
I love it. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that one, so I can't see.
When you get a chance, watch that. It's a beautiful dark fairy tale.
Awesome.
I keep hearing that.
This one is coming out next month.
Yeah, Nightmare
What's
Alley.
the title?
Nightmare Alley.
I saw the trailer. Honestly, I'm not 100% sold on the trailer. I don't know. I will watch it, but am I like Knight said, am I shaken to my core about it? No. So but you know, this will probably be one of the best movies of the year because the trailer is probably more truthful than some of the trailers that have been that we've seen, that I've seen previously. So this is probably more true to life than how that film actually is. But it does look intriguing. I don't know how I feel about Bradley Cooper because he's in some movies that are, and I think maybe that's the problem that I have. Bradley Cooper, like he was awesome in the one with Lady Gaga, and he's been good in like the A-Team and what was the Hangover and all that. But I don't know if I'm sold on him in this particular movies. But more would be revealed when I go see, when I see it. So that's my 2 cents. You forget.
Oh yeah, he did do Blade 2. Yeah,
Blade 2 was awesome.
There's a lot of movies that I didn't put up here due to time constraint. But I would definitely say this. This was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. This was great. I love this conversation. It flowed nicely. Everybody had a chance to talk. And hopefully we can do something like this again next month. Get everybody time scheduled in order and see what's going on. Lisa, I appreciate you coming through. I know you over there on the West Coast.
Yes, thank y'all for like making
it.
accommodations for me too with the time differential too. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem. Lady Sasha, it's been a while. I know you've been
Oh
working
yeah.
on a different channel. Every time I turn around, I see you here.
Right?
Yeah.
She's the
Yeah,
hardest working woman on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm all over the place like bird shit.
How about that? That's the problem on the Kevin Black. But hey, man, you know what? I definitely enjoy this. Night Boss, I'm gonna jump on that as soon as I get off here. Lady Saucer, again, I will have you up here again for some more stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna party on Friday, man.
Contact with you.
Oh yes.
Prim.
Prim, are you and the missus gonna do a review for Dune? Because I know she is the sci-fi buff.
Yeah, we started watching it, so we probably watch it
good,
tomorrow.
Good.
Because we're off because I go to work tonight. But I got the information down there, so I need you guys who are watching to follow them, subscribe. I will appreciate that.
Thank you.
1980. I'm glad that you came and took time out to join us. So hopefully you'll come back every Sunday.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Keep going with this. I appreciate that.
And shout out to the chat. Y'all had some great input. I like that.
Yeah.
I was coming to
Miss Riley and
mispronunciations on the game.
All right. So with that being said, I'll be in contact with you guys.
All right.
Thank you. Everybody have a good day. Happy Halloween if I don't see you.
Happy Halloween too.
Happy Halloween.
Oh yeah, Dr. Misha, like you said, we gotta go hard this week. This is the last week. So
I'm going hard. Yes, absolutely. With the movies and stuff, since it's a week from Halloween, so I'm definitely going hard. Check out my post. I'm going to be watching all kinds of Halloween themed movies and everything, as probably you guys will be too.
Oh
so,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. We talked about the franchise and everything.
Night, plug your thing on Friday.
Oh yeah. On Friday.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's where you got your thing.
Shasha's always on point with that stuff. On Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna have our special Halloween event. Shasha is gonna be a part of it, and I've actually lost count at this point. It's like at least 25 or more YouTube channels, creators, and so forth that are gonna be a part of it. It's gonna be a live stream event. So definitely check it out on my channel, The Night Watch Zone.
Okay.
So it's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna do my piece and send that to you.
Okay.
On Sunday,
because I'm editing it right now because I've got a lot of people that gave me their video entries and stuff. By the way, Shasha, yours was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But that's not anything. Of course, you always do a great job.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this week is just my week, my Halloween, my cosplay week. So I'm gonna look like a different person every day of the week, and then every day of the week I got my box of wigs, got my makeup. You're gonna see some things. But on Sunday also I'm doing a live stream that's part of Ethel Cross's Halloween conga line, where it's like it's a 24-hour live stream that goes from October 31st to November 1st, and each hour is a different YouTuber, and I'm on from 7:30 p.m. Eastern to 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure who's before me or after me, but when you see the live stream, or maybe earlier in the week, I'll be able to have more information about the lineup.
Yeah,
but
I gotta put something out about that too. So you're gonna be on Sunday?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna be on Saturday.
Oh,
I think I'm after Monty G, and then after me is Trenchy. So it should be fun.
Okay, I'm watching both.
I'm down too. So I was looking at Night. Do you have a Instagram page?
Yes.
No? Oh, okay.
Yep. And my YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay. I see the YouTube. Is it the same thing as your Instagram? Because I want to follow you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Felicia, you can find him if you go on my page. I posted about this live stream today. And you're tagged in it, Prim's tagged in it, and Night is tagged in it. So you could just click on his tag to get to his channel.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you.
And thank you so much for doing that, Lady Shasha, because I was telling people, I said, I think a lot of people are going to check it out, but you know how it is. Everybody's doing something, and I understand that. But
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I can't remember having this many people involved, you know, in one project. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It really
Oh
is.
yeah. This year has been a really good year as far as collaboration with at least within the horror sector of YouTube.
Yeah. I agree.
No, I say within horror because I watch a lot of T channels and like the gossip bloggers and the other type of bloggers. There's always drama with them and always like some type of falling out. And it's like it's interesting to watch, and it's all people that have like 1 million subscribers. And it's like, this is what you want to do? You want to have falling out with people? You got 1 million subscribers. You worried about one person? I would never.
Right.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah.
No. And a lot of them, I don't even know who they are until there's the drama. Like, I never heard of this person. It's like, oh, this person's beef with this person, and they have 1 million subscribers, and I never heard of them until they're on the edge of getting canceled. I'm like,
okay, all right.
Okay.
Yes.
Let y'all go. Bye bye.
Okay.
All right.
Bye,
Catch you guys
y'all.
later.
Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.